That's the 1, 2.
All right. Shalom, shalom. Yabashim Yashar Barakatham, wa Yahweh Bashim Yashar. This is ISUPK South Carolina Sabbath service. I'm going to visit Majum. First brother up.
Take your registry.
Kalataza, Banya Howard, Banya Shala.
Kalataza, Banya Howard, Banya Shala.
Yabashim Yashar Barakatham.
Yabashim Yashar Barakatham.
Shala.
Couple scrolls.
All right. Sarpan while you're hacking them, which means turn face to east. All right, it's the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa, Shabashamayim, Kadash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Walakbaka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Latanawa, Lakam, Kau, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawatanawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawatanawa, Wala'a, Taba'ayanawa, Banasaiwan, Abba, Hawashanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Lacha, Hamalakwa, Wahala, Wahataparwath, Wahalam, Aman.
What we said in Hebrew? What we said in Hebrew? We said in our Father.
Our Father.
Art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh. Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom
Thy
come.
will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth. As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Daily bread. Give us our debts.
Give us our debts.
Forgive our debt to us.
Forgive our debtors.
Lead us not. Temptation. Deliver us. From evil. Thine is the kingdom. Power. And glory.
Forever. So be it. Let's bless Israel. Yahweh. Bashim Yahushai. Barak Panawa. Wayasha'ala, Waha, Bahatsaparian, Bashim Yahushai, the Wada, Aman. Good. Oh, these? Okay, I got you. That's all. Yahweh,
Bashim Yahushai,
Barakanawa,
Yasharala, Saparian, Bashim Yahushai, the Wada, Aman. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, bless us in Israel, in the schools, in the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it.
Psalms 83. Allahayim, Adamaya, Baka, Altakarash, Wa'al, Tashakwat, Al, Kaya, Hana, Ayabayaka, Yama, Yowan, Ra'ash, Al, Amaka, Haharium, Sawada, Wa'ata, Yatazawa, Altazapanyawaka, Armawa, Lakawa, Wayakakiram, Magaya, Wala'a, Yashakar, Shum Yasha'ala, Awada, Kaya, Laba, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Baryath, Yakawatwa, Alahayam, Adawam, Wa, Yashamai, Alahayam, Mawa Abba, Wa Hagariam, Gabal, Wa Amawam, Wa Malak, Palashath, Am, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Asha, Laham, Kabadya, Salaga Kasaya, Saraya, Salaga Kayabanyan, Barakal, Kayash, Salaga Kayashwan, Bayan, Darwai, Yahweh, Iman, La Adaba, Shayatamwa, Nada, Yam, Mawa, Ka'arab, Wakatzaba, Wakatzabak, Wakatzal, Mana'ai, Kau, Nayasaya Kamwa, Ashar, Amawa, Lanawa, Ath, Na'awath, Allahayam, Allahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagaya, Kakash, Lapaya, Ra'akwa, Ka'ash, Taba'ayra, Wa, Kalaba, Dalahat, Haharyam, Khan, Tharadakma, Basa'arika, Wabasa, Wapatka, Tabalahalam, Mala'a, Panaham, Palawan, Waha, Wakwashwa, Shemka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Waha, Bahawa, Aid, Waha, Kaparwa, Waha, Abatwa, Waha, Dahawa, Kaya, Ata, Shemka, Yahweh, Labatka, Alawan, Al-Kaharatazar. English. Excuse me. English. This is Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence. O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still. O Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies make a tumble, and they that hate thee have lifted up their heads. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off. For being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembered. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of the Tyre. Ashur is also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them, as unto the Midianites, as unto Sisera, as unto Jabin, at the brook of Kasan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make that nobles like Oreb, and like Zeeb. Yea, all the princes of Zabah, and Nazamuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. O Yahweh, make them like a wheel, as a stone before the wind, as a fire burning the wood, as a flame setting the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storms. Fear their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. We got one more because I like it. Got one more. the blessings in the Hebrew, Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Wa Mayaka Allah, Wa Halam, Matazabah, Allah Wap Yahanna, Ha Allah Wapyam, Ha Soranyam, Ha Patazayam, Hakaya Alyam, Wa Ha'akwatian, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Tawada, Aman. What we say in the English was, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahushai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahanna, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, and then Yahushai. Thank you, so be it.
Scrolls down.
Shabby was seated.
We'll pick up in 7 verses. Hebrews okay?
Okay.
Here we go. You start 18 and 1. That one right there. Okay. Hebrew Exodus 18. Okay.
Okay.
That's what you're going to be reading through.
This is Exodus 18, 1. Tanakh. V'yah, Shema, Wath, Rawah, Kahan,
which means priest. Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Madah, 1. Madayan.
Like priest of Midian, Madayan. That's what that is. It says Kahan Madayan, that's priest of Midian. That makes sense? Okay, go ahead.
Katan, Mashah, Ath, Kal, Ashar, Asha, Alahayam, Lama, Lama Shah, Wala, Yes, Lawa, Wala, Yashar, Allah,
It's Wala Yashala.
Amawa.
No. Yeah, it is. So you got me mixed up. You're right. Amawa. Go ahead.
Kaya, Awa Taza, Ya'a, Yahweh, Ath, Yashala,
That's it.
Mama Tazarium.
That's it.
Verse 2. Waya Koka.
Wayakwa.
Wayakwa. Yataro. Katan. Mashah. Ath. Tasapar. Ha. Tasapara. Ashak. Mashah.
Mashah, like Moses.
Akar. Shalah. Shalawa. Kaya. Verse 3. Wa'ath. Shanaya. Bana. Yaha. Ashar. Sham. Ha'a. Ha'akad, Rasham,
Ra. Garishim.
Garisham,
Means, I think that's Moses' son. Like Gershom. He had a son named Gershom.
Kaya, Amor, Gor, Hayaya, Daya, Ba'a, Ritazah, Nakar, Yaha, Nakar, Ya, verse 4. Nakaraya, verse 4. Washam, Ha'a, Kada, Allah, Ya'a, Tazar, Allah, Ya'a, Zor, Kaya, Allah, Haya, Kadaya, Adaya,
Sorry, Abaya.
Abaya, Ba'a, Zoya,
Abai Zaraya.
Zaraya, Waya, Tazala, Naya,
There you go.
Makoba, Hurrah, Aha, Para'ai, verse 5. Waya, Ba'a, Yap, Rawa, Katan, Nasha, Waba, Nayawa, Wa'a, Shatawa, Al, Nasha, Al, Hama, Deba, Ashar, Hawa, Kana, Sham, Har, Ha'a, Laha, Yam, verse 6. Waya, Amor, Al, Nasha, Anaya, Kata, Nak, Yata, Rawa, Ba'a, Allah, Yak, Wa'a, Shatak, Washa, Maya, Bana, Yaha, Amma, verse 7. Waya, Taza'a, Masha, Lakwa, Ak, Lakwa, Ra'ak, Kata, Nawa, Waya, Shata, Kawa, Waya, Shakwa, Lawa, Waya, Sha'a, Lawa, Ayasha, Lara, Ahawa, Lasha, Lawam, Waya, Ba'awa, Ha'a, Ha'ala, La.
That's it.
Most High Christ.
Stay in Hebrew class for that last one for Dutch, right? And you've been a consistent member. So go back and read me the English right here. You got a Bible, Exodus, right there. That it? Good. Exodus 18:1. Give me 7 verses right there, and then we get it to you. Okay. Go ahead. 18.
Exodus 18:1.
Go ahead.
When Jethro, the priest of Midian, Moses' father-in-law, heard of all that God had done for Moses and for Israel, his people, and that the Lord had brought Israel out of Egypt.
You understand? Now, this right here is very, very important. You understand? Because now, we about to get into how Moses, is respected by Jethro, which is, of course, his father-in-law, and of course, they're gonna get into, how Jethro is Moses' father-in-law, as far as with Jethro's daughter. I believe he had 2 kids, if I'm not mistaken, with with his wife. Let's keep going, and then it's very, very important in this first scripture. You understand? Like we got to realize that the Most High only deals with Israel. You understand? And we reading all throughout this Bible, it's Israel this, Israel that, and we gotta let that be known. You understand? Because the earth believes that this Bible is for everybody. Right. You understand? But we got to stand firm in our beliefs that God only came for Black, Latinos, and Native Indians. You understand me? Those niggas, those spicks, you understand, that no one cares about. You understand? We got to stand up for our people. We got to stand up for ourselves and not allow white society and white supremacy tell us anything different. You understand? This Bible is for God's chosen people only. Right. You understand me? And we got to stand firm on that. You understand? And now we are seeing, so like Jethro was seeing how, what the God of Israel done for Moses and bringing his people out of Egypt. You understand? Of course, Egypt just means bondage. You understand me? Black, Latinos, and Native Indians, we have been in bondage. We have been slaves for over 400 years, for far too long, and we're still in slavery. You understand? And we got to realize that, of course, this is, this right here is a spiritual book. You understand me? Because just like, our forefathers and foresisters, you understand me? They were enslaved. We are enslaved in today's society, man. You understand me? But we got to realize that that God is on our side as long as we do what? Follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's and right. Do exactly what he tells us to do, man. Please, go ahead.
Read a definition of Jethro.
Oh, yeah, please,
That's important, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, if I could, I'll go ahead and read it.
Please. It
says, a priest of Midian. We got this out of the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Jethro, a priest of Midian and father-in-law of Moses. We call him Ruel, which means friend of God. Seems to have been his personal name, and Jethro his honorary title. When Moses fled from Egypt to Midian, he was welcomed into the household of Jethro. After the deliverance from Egypt, before the Israelites reached Sinai, Jethro came to see Moses, bringing his daughter Zipporah, Moses' wife, and her 2 sons. We are told that he rejoiced for all the goodness which Jehovah, where it says God, that's the name that they use here, had done to Israel, and offered a burnt offering to God. When he saw how occupied Moses was in deciding disputes among his people, he suggested the appointment of judges of various grades to help them dispose of cases of minor importance. Moses acted out and advised Jethro, then returned to his home country. To let you know a little bit of background behind Moses. Behind Jethro, he was just a priest of Midian. So that means he had a connection with the Most High. The Bible doesn't get into what tribe he was. Just said he was a priest of Midian. Just like you would have the Levites were priests. But that's the background.
You understand? And that's very, very key. You understand? Because with reading that definition, of course, we always recommend anybody that's studying this Bible to get that Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Why? Because you get to, you get to see these words that you're reading right in front of you and broken down. You understand? Like as far as where, where they were, you understand me, what was going on in that time frame and exactly how it was. You understand me? You can read that first part of that definition one more time, because if you don't mind.
Okay. Jethro, a priest of Midian and father-in-law of Moses.
Mm-hmm.
Reuel, which means friend of God.
He was a friend of God, man. You understand me? And just like he read that first part in that Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, it's right here in that first verse as well too. You understand me? So that Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary is a reference. You understand me? When you're reading the Bible and you're trying when you're reading the Bible to understand it and not just to read it, like the Christian pastors do, and everybody that think that they understand the Bible and know the Bible, that's totally different. Why? Because here in ISUPK on the Command Yahanna, we've done the studies. You understand me? We've done this over and over again, and now we're realizing, you understand me, how these fake Israelite groups, they're just being, like it's almost like they're just knocking themselves off.
Right.
You understand me? Over and over again, they just keep knocking themselves off. Why? Because they're not standing firm in this Bible, because they have no understanding whatsoever.
If I can say this, that's fire. When you say knocking themselves off, they're proving to show yourself that why they are not N-O-T, La-Ah, priests of the Most High.
Damn right.
That's what that's proving. They're proving themselves every time they open their mouth.
Let's keep reading, brother, if you don't mind.
Kind on kind. Verse 2. Then Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took Zipporah, Moses' wife, after he had sent her back. Verse 3. And her two sons, of which the name of one was Gershom. For he said, I have been an alien in a strange land.
You understand? And now, let's not, think that this is an actual alien. You understand? Whatever the case may be. You understand me? That just means that he's, he was in a strange land that he wasn't used to. You understand me? Imagine us going to, let's see here. You being from South Carolina, whatever the case may be, and you go over to, what is it? Whether it's like the Bronx in New York or like somewhere in California, and you just try to mix and mingle. You understand? Of course, they're going to know that you're not from there by the way you walk and by the way you talk. Right. You understand me? Because that East Coast slang and that West Coast slang is totally different from that Southern slang. You understand me? Go ahead.
That vibe, I was like
no, you got it.
That vibe, that walk. When they see you ain't it, it's like, oh Lord, you ain't the right person. You got on your shoes,
right?
You running fast. I mean, you in the wrong neighborhood there.
You know. Well, that's like going over to, going over to the UK, and we talking, with our Southern, slang. They gonna look at us like, man, that fella's not from here, bro. You understand? He's not from over here, bro.
Right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. This your brother, but my God, it's something. Let's get into a whole other thing. But we have been captured by so many nations till we take on their customs, their slang, their talk. Lord have mercy. That's why the Lord says separate from them right now.
And if I could look at Black Latinos and Native Indians now over here in America. This is not our true land. You understand me? This is a land that we were first forced upon. Right. You understand me? Like, meaning as if before we came over here, you understand me? Of course, you understand we flee to Africa. Oh no. So like we went to Africa fleeing Roman persecution, but before that, you understand me? We were in our quote unquote holy land, right. Speaking our our Lashwan Kadash. Speaking our native tongue, you understand me, and we have to go to Africa. Why? Because we got started being persecuted by the Russians. You understand? And now you understand me as the as the Africans and the so-called white man, They sold us over here into slavery, and now what happened? We speaking English now. You understand me? We speaking a tongue that was, that we never spoke before. You understand?
That's right.
And then what else happened? You understand? We got beat into a doctrine that's not even ours. Christianity is not our quote unquote religion per se. You understand me? Before then, you understand, we were following these law statutes in commandments. You understand me? And they had a since we're in South Carolina, they had an island called Ellis Island in on the port of Charleston, South Carolina. And as the slaves were coming over from Africa, they would either torture, beat, rape, all these type of things to the ones that was being disobedient and the ones that didn't want to transform unto Christianity. You understand me? Look it up. It's called Ellis Island, right before Charleston, South Carolina. You understand me? Of course, we all know the history when it comes to Charleston, South Carolina. Slaves upon slaves. You understand me? And these are the things that happen to us. You understand? So, of course, here in we in 2025, we're still speaking that unknown tongue that we have, that we've adopted. You understand? By white society, by the white culture. You understand me? By the KKK. You about to say something?
No, I'm just saying. So, I mean, you said the Ellis Island right next to New York?
Not Ellis Island. It's called something else. It's an island.
Gullah Island.
Huh?
Gullah Island.
I don't think it's called Gullah Island.
But the Gullah.
Let me.
I know you're talking about.
Let me think. It's an island. Let me just give me 1 second here.
But I was thinking because Ellis Island, I know, is right next to. That's the first thing they see immigrants coming here from New York.
Let me see. I'm gonna look it up right now.
I've never been to there, but I know I've seen it from the Empire State Building. I believe you can see it.
Oh man!
But the one you're talking about,
Sullivan's Island. That's
Sullivan's
the name of it.
Island.
That's the name of it. Sullivan's Island. Should lie about that, y'all.
Right.
It's called Sullivan's Island. That's what it's called.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Let's keep reading if you don't mind.
Con. Verse 4. The name of the other was Eliezer. For the God of my father said he was mine help and delivered me from the sword of Pharaoh.
Keep going.
Verse 5. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, came with his sons and his wife unto Moses into the wilderness where he encamped at the mount of God. Verse 6. And he said unto Moses, I, thy father-in-law Jethro, am come unto thee, and thy wife and her 2 sons with her.
You understand? Now you understand we're saying exactly what that definition was saying. Now we're saying Moses what? He come up with with his wife, 2 sons, you understand me, and they were encamped in a mountain. You understand me? And this is, this is verbatim, you understand me? This actually happened right here, and they were having that conversation. You understand me? And now what? Of course, Jethro was happy to see what? See his see his daughter, you understand me, see his see his grandkids, you understand? And now they're just dwelling with with one another. Let's keep going.
Verse 7. And Moses went out to meet his father-in-law and did obeisance and kissed him. And they asked each other of their welfare, and they came into the tent.
You understand? Now, when this Bible say kissed, you understand me? Like, we got to get everything, because of course, in today's society,
right,
they will flip this scripture and say that this was an actual kiss.
Yeah.
You understand me? A kiss is just a blessing. You understand? A pound, you understand me? It's just like a natural salute.
It's like Barakatah.
Right, you understand? Barakatah Yahweh. You understand me? Damn right. You understand? It's just a salute that you're saluting a brother.
Right.
You understand me? And you just catching up with one another. You understand?
Right.
Just like we're gonna do what? At the Passover. What is it? The 56th annual Passover. ISUPK Commander Jenny Yahanna. What is it? April 12th. We got a week full of events. Right. You understand me? I'm pretty sure brothers and sisters is already down there. Yeah. We got Wednesday, we got the lamb slaughter. Thursday, we got the kids party, followed by General Muhammad Scripture breakdown class.
Right.
Along with that, they got the Hebrew Academy trials.
Right.
Friday, we got the Black Party and the Hebrew Academy party. Saturday, we got the actual Passover. ISUPK Pesach, you understand? 56th annual Passover.
Right.
The only Passover authorized by the Lord under Command Jenny Yahanna.
That's right.
Then the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which I heard that Command Jenny Yahanna is leading the Feast of Unleavened Bread too.
Yeah, right.
I mean, what can this man not do, man?
That's right.
You understand me? This is a man of honor right here. You understand me? And this is the only leader that is capable of doing any and everything for Israel, man, for God's chosen people, man. You understand me? This right here is where you want to be at. Make sure that you're paying your tithes. Make sure you pay that $200 Passover fee. You understand me? Contact your camp leader to make arrangements, and let's get it on. You understand me? Let's have a good drink. You understand me? And let's get it on, man, because this is where the Lord wants you to be, man.
That's right.
That was the last one, right?
Well,
all right.
Well, we didn't finish though.
I went finish 7.
Yeah,
You said obedience.
Okay.
Kissed Oh, did you read the and they act?
Yeah. I think you did.
Yeah.
You just want to keep on reading, cause or you want go through the thing.
No, we're gonna go.
All right, I'm out. All right.
Go hard.
Lashala.
Shopping means all be seated. What we do is, as a tradition, ISUPK, we go the 7 verses in English, in Hebrew, then in English. And whether or not we have one man here or not to read the Hebrew,
I'm right.
you just keep the same process. But now you're going to read verses 8 through 14 in the Hebrew, right?
Okay.
Okay.
This is Exodus 18:8 in the Hebrew.
In the Hebrew.
Yah, Sapar, Mashah, Lakak, Nawah, Ak, Kal, Ashar, Ashah, Yahweh, Lapar, Aha, Wallah, Matazariah, Al, Awa, Awadaf, Yashar, Yasharallah, Kal, Atah, La'aha, Ashar, Matazarium.
It's like what is Matazarium? It's Egypt, right?
Egypt.
That's all that's saying. Okay. Badarak.
Mm-hmm. With Yah, Tazalam, Yahweh, verse 9. With Yah, Kadah, Yathar, Wa, Al, Kal, Hatah, Wabaha, Hatah Wabah, Ashar, Ashah, Yahweh, Layah, Lashat,
Layah
Sharala, Ashar, Hatazah, Yalawa, Mayada, Matazari, verse 10. With Yah, Amar, Wath, Yathar Wa Barwak Yahweh Ashar Hatazah Yala Athakam Mayada Matazarium Wama Yada Para Aha Paraha Para'ah
Sure.
Ashar Hatazah Yala
It will say Hatazayal.
Hatazayal Ath Ha'ain Mata Kath Yada
Yad.
Yad.
Yad means hand.
Okay.
Mhm.
Matazarium
What is
verse
Matazarian?
bondage. Egypt.
Same thing, right?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Verse 11.
There you
Atha Yada Athaya Kaya Gada Wal Gadawal
go. Got the wall. There you go.
Yahweh Makal
Mhm.
Ha'a Lahayam
Ha'ah.
Ha'a Lahayam
Lahayam. Ha'ah. Lahayam.
Kawa Bada Bar Ashar Zadawa
No, that's Zada. Wow.
Zadawa
Alahayam.
Alahayim verse 12 where Yah Kwa Yah Salah where Yah Wayakwak with thy with thy Rawa Katan Masha Allah
Allah. Yeah, Allah. That's fine.
Allah Waza
Kayam.
Bakayam La'a Lahayam Waya Ba'a Aha Run
Aharon.
Aharan
It's Aaron.
Wakal Zakwa
Zaquania.
Yashala La'a Kal La'akal Lakam
Come means bread, right?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Am
It's like
Ain
people.
Katan
Mhm.
Masha Lapa Naya Nawa
Hania.
Napania Ha'a Lahayam
You want to say
Ha
you would say
Alahayam
that sometimes they have like a prefix or a preposition before it. Ha, and then you say Alahayim.
Ha Alahayam.
Got it? That sounds better.
Okay.
Where we at 13?
13.
Yeah.
Verse 13.
Right.
Wa Ya Haya Mama
Karath.
Karath
Ma Karath.
Wa Ya Shaba Masha Lasha Pata Ath Ha'ain Wa Ya Amada Ha'ain Al Masha Man Abakor I Ha'a Rabah verse 14.
Last one, right?
Kind of okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Wa Ya Ra'a Hatan Masha Ath Kal Ashar Hawa'a Asha, La'ain, Waya, Hamor, Ma'a, Hada, Bar, Hazaha, Ashar, Ataha, Ata, Asha, La'ain, Nada, Wa'a, Ata,
You want to say Madawai.
Madawa, Ata, Yawa, Shaba, Laba, Da, Labada, Wakal, Ha'ain, Natsazaba, Allah, Yak, Man, Bakwa, Adat, Aid, Araba.
That's all of them.
Got him.
All right. Son of Christ, get that brother in. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get it into English.
Exodus 18:8. And Moses told his father-in-law all that the Lord had done unto Pharaoh and to the Egyptians for Israel's sake, and all the travail that had come upon them by the way, and how the Lord delivered them.
You understand? Now, I can only imagine how these two Israelite brothers was talking amongst themselves of what the Most High done to these filthy, disgusting Egyptians, man. You understand me? They probably had some, of course, it doesn't say this in the Bible. They probably had some, some real good food. You understand me? They just chilling, relaxing, just sitting back like, man, listen, man, the Most High did this to them, man. He sent all these plagues. What was it? 9 plagues? He sent all those plagues into them Egyptians, man, to deliver his people, man. It was something amazing, something that you had to be, something that you just had to see, man. I can only imagine how that, how that brotherhood was, man. You understand me? Of how, like just two brothers just sitting down talking and just reminiscing on what the Most High done for his people, man. That just had to be a beautiful thing to be a part of, man. You understand me? And this is exactly what Moses is letting Jethro, his father-in-law, experience. It was almost like he was able to experience it with them, how he was explaining it to them. Man. Right. You understand? Let's keep reading.
Verse 9. And Jethro rejoiced.
He did what?
Rejoice.
Keep going.
For all the goodness which the Lord had done to Israel.
Man, listen, man. This right here is amazing, man. You understand me? Just to be able to talk, be like, man, you know what? This is a beautiful thing, man. Most High in Christ, Kwam Yasha Allah. You understand me? For what the Most High done, it said what? For Israel, man. Right. You understand me? This and if you don't know, of course, we know here in the school, but that's Black, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. That's right. You understand me? Those are the ones that are looked over. You understand me? But little do you know that these are the greatest people that have ever walked the face of this earth, man. The greatest people, man. You understand me? These are the greatest people that have ever walked the face of this earth, man. Black, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. Keep going.
Whom he had delivered out the hand of the Egyptians.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 10. And Jethro said, blessed be the Lord, who hath delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians, and out of the hand of Pharaoh, who hath delivered the people from under the hand of the Egyptians.
Listen, he's rejoicing with Moses, man. He said that this is a great thing. What Jethro named me a friend of God, friend of the Most High, right, Kazak?
Yeah, it said here.
Just double check with me real quick, just to make sure.
Priest and Midian role, which means friend of God.
Friend of God, you understand me? And that was just his regular name.
It said yes, which means friend of God seemed to have been his personal name.
Mm-hmm. You understand?
Jethro was his honorary title.
You understand me? Because he was the priest, right? And in Midian. You understand? And this is a beautiful thing, man, to just be able to just, chop it up. You understand me? And this was his father-in-law. You understand me? He had utmost respect for him. Why? Because he was able to, have his daughter and be able to have kids with his daughter, man. You understand me? This is like a respecter, like respect of persons, man. You understand me? And and even in today's society, it's almost like that's a lost art. You understand me? When you don't have respect for a a man's daughter. You understand me? That's a lost art, man. You understand me? Because why? Because now in Hollywood, they look at them as what? As whoremongers. They they twerking, they jiving, whatever the case may be. It's almost like they pushing the narrative, like pushing this narrative away. You understand me? It's like, now it's like, oh, well, shoot, I don't got to talk to the dad. You understand me? She been doing this for X amount of years now. You understand me? Instead of what, man? Instead of being separate from America, instead of being separate from white society, man, these are the things that we need to come back to. You understand me? And respect that, and respect that sister's father, man. You understand me? And go to that father, man, and say, hey, man, listen, you understand? I like your daughter. You understand me? X, Y, and Z, and then go exactly how the Bible tells you to go about it, man. Of course, here in the school, you understand me? We already know, you understand? You want to court a sister or brother in the school, you understand? You gotta wait those days, man. And then you'll be able to get accepted for that courtship. Then you'll be able to get accepted for what? For that marriage, man.
Right.
That's exactly how it should be. You understand? And that stops what? That stops whores from being whores, and that stops whoremongers from being whoremongers, man. Just sleeping and messing around with everybody. No, we don't do that here, man. And that's an honorable thing, man. Let's give a hand to that, man. You understand me? That is truly an honorable thing. Why? Because you understand, it was brothers and sisters that used to be that way. You understand me? It came into the truth. It came to the knowledge of the Most High, and now they changed their hearts, man. You understand me? They truly changed their hearts to be able to do what? To be able to stand firm in this truth, man. Let's keep going.
Okay. Verse 11. Now I know that the Lord is greater than all gods.
Mm-hmm.
For in the thing wherein they dealt proudly, he was above them.
You understand me? And now you understand. Now Jethro is realizing, like, man, all those other guys that the Egyptians were talking about, the Most High is above them. You understand me? The Most High is above all those different type of guys that the Egyptians were serving. What they had they had the magicians out there and all that, all that crap out there, man. They had all that crap out there, and the Most High was able to prevail over all of them. The Most High was able to avenge, the Israelites. Right. You understand me? That's exactly what it's about.
And if I can say,
please.
The next verse is how you know that Jethro was actually a priest of God.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't go through the Exodus with Moses, but he definitely empathized and sympathized with Moses, what he went through.
Mm-hmm.
While he had been a priest, you read that next verse, you'll see this man brought burnt offerings and sacrifices for God. The Bible said that.
Mm-hmm.
That means that he was a priest.
Yeah.
Now, he didn't go no further to say what tribe he's from or whatever. Just said, if he's a priest to God, I had no choice to believe that, but that's what he was.
Mm-hmm.
Read that verse 12. Slide.
Kind. Verse 12. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took a burnt offering.
He took a what?
A burnt offering.
Keep going.
And sacrifices for God. And Aaron came, and all the elders of Israel, to eat bread with Moses' father-in-law before God.
You understand me? And this is exactly just like Kazak was saying. This is how we know that everything was done what? In decency and in order, man. Right. You understand me? This is what it's all about. You understand me? And guess what? Once Jethro burnt those offering and sacrifices, who came? Aaron, which is what? Moses' brother, right. Levite brother, and who else? Which is very, very important. The elders of Israel, man.
And what? It's like you said, Aaron, and Aaron was a Levite.
Moses
was a Levite,
mm-hmm.
and they did burn off. So they know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
They knew who Jethro was.
You understand me? And that's how you know that they was doing everything in decency and in order, man. You understand me?
That's right.
They did that burnt offering. They did the sacrifice unto the Most High.
That's right.
And Aaron and the elders of Israel came to do what? To eat bread with Moses, the father-in-law,
Right.
before God, man.
Before God.
And giving reference to the Most High, man.
That's right.
That's what it's all about, man.
That's right.
You understand? Let's keep reading.
Okay. Verse 13. And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses sat to judge the people, and the people stood by Moses from the morning until the evening.
You understand me? And this is just saying, you know, on the next day, you understand me? Moses was, you know, he was getting ready to judge Israel. You understand? And is that the last one, or we got one more?
One more.
All right.
Verse 14. And when Moses' father-in-law saw all that he did to the people, he said, "What is this thing that thou doest to the people? Why sittest thou thyself alone, and all the people stand by thee from morning until evening?"
You understand? Now, you understand, you know, Jethro is figuring out, you understand, like, what is truly going on now? You understand me? Now he's trying to get the understanding of you, and understand, like, okay, man, good grief, man. You understand me? You got all these people standing by you and believing in you. You understand me? And you know, riding with you. Why? You understand me? Because they seen exactly what the Most High done, man. Right. Talking about Israel. You understand me? And now Jethro's like, man, you got all these people with you, man. Most High in Christ, man. What a beautiful thing. That was it right there?
Okay.
All right. How are you, 12? Yeah. All right. Module. Let's brother up.
Nayor, boy, Yahanna, boy, Yashala.
Nayor, boy, Yahanna, boy, Yashala.
Y'all bashim yashar barakatum.
Y'all bashim yashar barakatum.
Mashallah.
Shopping is all you see this. Picked up Hebrew 15.
No, sorry,
7 verses. 21, I think, right? Exodus.
Home country. Home country.
You got it?
Exodus chapter 19.
18.
Chapter 18, verse 15.
Right.
In the Hebrew. Waya Amar. Mashah. Laka Tanawa. Kaya. Yaba. I mean, it's like Haba'a. Alaya. Ha'ain. Ladai Rash. Allah Hayam. It's like Allah Hayam, verse 16. Kaya. Lahawal. Laham. Dabar. Ba'a. Alaya. Washa Pata. Ya. Bayan. Ayash. Waba. Haba. Yeah, it's like Wabayan. Ra'ai. It's like Ra'ai Hawa. Waha. Waha Da'a Ya. Ath. Kakwaya. Ha'a Laha Yum. Wa'ath. The wa Ratha Yawa, verse 17. Waya Amar. Hata it's like Katayum, it's like Katan. Mashah. Aliyah Wa. La'a. Tawa. Hada Hadabar. Ashar, Atha, Aisha, verse 18, Nabal, the ball, come, Atha, Gum, I, Ha'ain, Hazaha, Ashar, Imar, Imak, Kaya, Kabad, Mamak. It's like Hadabar. That's like Hadabar. La'ah, the Wak, the Wak. It's like a Tawakal. Aisha, Ashawa, Labadak. Verse 19. Aita, Shamai, by qua la ya, aya, it's like aya itazak, waya haya, alahayu, I I mock, hayaha, I thought, I was like ata, la mawal, al ha'a lahayum, waha ba'ath, ata ath, hada barayum, Allah, ha'a lahayum. Verse 20. Waha zaha rata, atahum, ath, I'm saying ata, haka wakwayum, wa'ath, hata warath, waha wada ath, lahum ath, hadarak, yala kaya wa. It's like yala kaya. It's like yala kawa, baha wa'ath, hama it's like hama aisha, ashar, ya'ai shawa. It's like ya'ai shawan. Verse 21. Wa'atha, wa atha, the kaza, makal, I hum. it's like ha'aim, anashya, call. It's like kayal, ra'ah. It's like yara ayah, Allah hayam, anashya, amath, shana ayah, batazah, washa math, Ilah hum, sharayan, like sharaya, alapayum, sharaya, ma'ath, it's like ma'awath, sharaya, kama shayum, washa raya, Aisha Rath. And it's 6 years. How kind?
All right. Read verses
18 and 15.
Right. In English, right?
How kind? This is Exodus chapter 18, verse 15 in the English. And Moses said unto his father-in-law, because the people came unto me to inquire of God.
Keep going.
Verse 16, when they have a matter, they come unto me, and I judge between one and another, and I do make them know that statutes like that the statutes of God and his laws.
You understand? Now, of course, Jethro is not necessarily questioning, you understand, Moses' authority. He's just trying to figure out exactly what's happening now. You understand me? And now we're about to see what Jethro is about to do to help out his son-in-law Moses. Keep going.
Verse 17. And Moses' father-in-law said unto him, the thing that thou doest is not good.
You understand me? Meaning what? You understand me? That you're just doing it just a little off. Not saying that it's the, not saying that is not the right thing, but the way that you're going about it is wrong. And now he's about to correct him. Keep going.
Verse 18. Thou wilt surely wear away both thou and this people that is with thee. For this thing is too heavy for thee. Thou art not able to perform it thyself alone.
You understand me? Now he's like, man, listen, it just may just be a little bit too much for them to bear. You understand me? So now he's about to guide them in exactly how to go about doing this. Keep going.
Verse 19. And hearken now unto my voice. I will give thee counsel.
He will give thee what?
I will give thee counsel.
He will give thee what?
I will give thee counsel.
Now, this is how we know that everything is done in a righteous way. Why? Because guess what? When we have issues here in the school, what do? Well, or, like, not to say that, well, let me rephrase it to keep it in context, you understand me, with the, with what we're reading. Say, for instance, that, that you want to teach a class, you understand me, and you want to make sure that everything is done properly, you understand me, that you're breaking down the scriptures right, that you're doing X, Y, and Z. What do? You call the men above you to do what? To get that counsel, advice, to be able to do what? Break down these scriptures just the way exactly how it should be. You understand me? Or you have an issue in life, whatever the case may be. What do we get? We get that counsel. Why? Because we want to do everything the right way, right? We want to do everything that's righteous. That's why the council is set up here in ISUPK and the Commander Yahanna. You understand me? We have the best counselors on the planet Earth, man. You understand me? That's going to steer you the right way. Go ahead, priest.
It's like I said, if I may, so I can be on track. This is Moses talking, right, sir?
No, this is Jethro talking to Moses.
How kind of it's like?
Keep going.
Okay.
Just read verse 19 again.
How kind. And hearken now unto my voice. I will give thee counsel, and God shall be with thee. Be thou for the people to God. Godwards, that thou mayest bring the causes unto God.
You understand me? Now he's letting them know, like, listen, we're going to give you counsel, and this is exactly how it should be. You understand me? This is exactly how everything's going to run smoothly. Go ahead, Kazak.
Yeah, basically, it's the priest. He's a priest, and he's saying, Moses, you're trying to. When you say you're trying to do too much, you're trying to judge 10,000 people up in here. I'm just giving a number. It'll be 1,000. So you got time to do all that, man. So the small matters, like you stepped on this brother toe or something, or you spit the wrong way, just let the captain handle it. He said captain. He even says the captains of the officers of 50s and whatever they talking about captains and stuff. And he said, but the bigger matters, Moses, you take it up. You done kill somebody, or you done harm somebody's cow. You bring that. Moses, you do that one. You don't wear yourself out trying to judge every small and great matter. That's all this is talking. And Jethro said, look here, you're going to kill yourself doing this. Because Jethro had a lot of wisdom. He just let Moses, you going to wear yourself out. You're going to get a nervous breakdown sitting up here trying to take care of all these people. So take your time and get some other brothers with you. It talks about that. I'm sorry.
We're going to get into it. Keep going.
Verse 20. And thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws, and shalt show them the way wherein they must walk, and the work that they must do.
You understand me? And that's exactly what had to be done. You understand me? Because of course, like just like the brother Kazak said, you understand, like it doesn't give an actual number, but like imagine you trying to, talk to 1,000 people, 10,000 people, and you're trying to, give off a message to that people. And guess what? People have different personalities. Some people, like they need to, need an example. Some people you can just tell straightforward. Okay. You understand me? Some people you gotta, reenact, some type of, give some type of example for them to understand it. Okay. And Jethro is being a good brother. You know what I'm saying? To Moses. Now, you understand me? Of course, that's his son-in-law, but in this instance, he's been a good brother to let him know exactly how to do these things. Why? Because guess what? Jethro is a priest, and he understands exactly how it should be done. Okay. Keep going.
Verse 21. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able. Let me read that again. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear God, men of truth, hating covet. I can't say that word. Covetousness, and place such over them to be rulers of thousands, and rulers of hundreds, and rulers of 50s, and rulers of 10s.
You understand me? And this right here is what? This is rank and order right here. Okay. You understand me? Right in the Bible. You understand me? Meaning what? Now, what you gotta do now? And this is Jethro speaking to Moses again. Now, what you gotta do, Moses, is you gotta break this thing down. Man. You understand me? Into what? What it say right here? To to the thousands, to the 50s. You understand me? And now, you understand me? Yeah. And even the 10s. You understand me? Now your burden is gonna be less. Why? Because now you have these brothers that are gonna be able to take on that burden. You understand me? You got an officer of 50. You understand me? Guess what? He's going to be able to manage 50 people. You got an officer of 100, officer of 500, officer of 1,000, 5,000, captain of 10, captain of 13,000. Now they're going to be able to manage those type of people. Why? Because now you have, just like the Bible says, what is it? Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all people able men, such as fear God, men of truth, man. You understand me? These are the men that you have to trust to be able to handle these things. Right. You understand me? Don't put a burden on a brother that's not able to handle these things. Why? Because it's going to be a little chaos. That's what we're seeing. What? In these Israelite groups, in these fake Israelite groups, we're seeing what? The dishonesty. You understand me? We're seeing how they're falling upon. All of them are just falling. Right. You understand me? I just seen a video of Sakari. Now I'm not certain if it was really Hebrew wife, but now the sisters is coming out and saying everything that the ISUPK was saying about the pagan kids and all those things. They said that those are 100% accurate. They have videos out on it now, man. And these are the women that are in these Israelite groups. Well, so like it. In Sakari, they didn't have women in their group. It was just the men, and then they dated outside of Sakari. You understand me? Now, man, Commander Yahanna, all the generals said, now IUIC, they're going to continue to be exposed, man. You understand me? We're seeing how there's no structure in these fake Israelite groups. We're seeing that there's no structure in the Christian church. We're seeing that there's no structure in the the Pan-Africanism. You understand me? All these things, there's no structure whatsoever, man. But of course, here in the ISUPK on the Commander Yahanna, we have that structure, man. You understand me? Why? Because we understand this Bible, and we're doing exactly how this Bible says. You understand me? We have officers of 50, 500,000, 5,000, captains of 10,000, captains of 13,000, and then the generals all the way up to Commander Yahanna, man. You understand me? And this is from the Bible, man. This is something that we just didn't make up. You understand? This is something that we just not, what I'm saying? Like, this is not made up, man.
That's right.
This is right here in the Bible. What we're reading right now is what we're exemplifying right here in the ISUPK, man. You understand?
It's like that was the last verse.
That was the last one. You want to do one more, Kazak? Or what you thinking?
Right, yeah.
All right. Kazak, you good? Elijah?
Call the next candidate.
You got to get his garment. I'm going to sweat though.
State your registry.
Kalatza, Banyawda, Banyashala.
Kalazah, Banyahoda, Banyashala.
Yabashin, Yabsha Brakatham.
Yabashim Yashar Bakatah. All right. Shopping, which means we. Oh, shit, my bad.
Asherallah.
La Charlotte.
Yashala. All right.
Shopping is all to be seated. Pick up Hebrew. What you got? Start
22.
22. Did we read 22?
Mm-mm.
Okay, 22.
Okay.
In the Hebrew,
This
18:22. You got it?
okay. This is Exodus 18 to 22 in the Hebrew.
28, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Washa, Patawa, Ath, Ha'ain, Bakal, Atha, Waha, Waha, Yaha, Kal, Hada, Hadabar, Haga, Dal, Yaba, Ya'awa, Allah, Yak, Wakal, Hadabar, Aqua, Tan, Aquatan, Yashapa,
Who you reading?
Yashapa, Tawa, Kam, Waha, Wahakola, Ma'ai, Layak, Wana, Sha'awa, Wathak, Athak, verse 23. Am, Ath, Hadda, Hadabar, Hazaha, the Aisha, Watazah, Wak, Alahayam, Waya, Kalak, Kalak, Amada, Wagam, Kal, Ha'ain, Hazaha, Al, Makwa, Mawa, Waba'a, Basha Layam, Basha Lawam, verse 24. Waya, Shema, Misha, Lakwa, Wala, Kata, Nawa, Waya, Asha, Kal, Ashar, Amar, verse 25. Waya, Bakar, Masha, Ana, Shaya, Kayala, Kayal, Makal, Yashala, Washatan. I mean, Wayatan. Atam. Ra'a. Shayam. Al. Ha'ain. Sharaya. Allah. Payam. Maraya. Sharia. Ma'a. Wath. Sharia. Kama. Shayam. Washa. Raya. Asha. Rath. Verse 26. Washa. Patawa. Ath. Ha'ain. Bakal. Ath. Atha. Ath. Hada. Bar. Hakwa. Sha. Hakosha. Yaba. Ya'a. One. Al. Masha. Wakal. Hadabar. Hakwa. Tan. Yasha. Hawatawa. Kam. Verse 27. Waya Shalaka. Sha. Ath. Kata. Nawa. Waya. Lak. Waya Lak. Lawa. Al. Haratazawa. 19-1.
That'd be the last one.
Kind of. Baka. Dasha. Hasha. Laya. Shawat. I mean, Salaki.
Take your time. Is it preposition on the beginning?
Ha. Salah. Yeshawa. Yeshaya.
That's it.
Latazah. Ath. Benaya. Yasha'ala. Ma'a. Ratazah. Matazarium. Baya. Wam. Hazaha. Ba'awa. Madabar. Saya.
Sanania.
Sayaniya. Sanania.
Hey, clap. Damn. All right. We're reading verses. What you start up?
22.
22 all the way to 7 verses.
Kind of.
Started. Go ahead.
Kind of. This Exodus 18-22. And let them judge the people at all seasons. And it shall be that every great matter they shall bring unto thee, but every small matter they shall judge. So shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thee.
You understand me? Meaning what, man? Just like we said. You understand me? You got to spread out that burden. You understand me? If something is small, you understand me? Let those, as Jethro was saying, let those officers, you know what I'm saying, make that judgment, man. You understand me? Now, if it's a big matter that needs to come to you, then you're the one that had to step in. You understand me? But anything small, you understand me? Let them judge it. You know what I'm saying? Let them be the ones that are going to be able to, make everything right. And if they having issues with a bigger burden or bigger issue, let them come to you. You understand me? Then y'all can get counsel. Then y'all be able to make everything right. You understand me? Then this will what? This will alleviate that burden on you, so you won't be doing so much work.
Right.
You understand me? So you won't be so so you won't have to worry about all these hundreds of thousands of people or thousands of people. Now you have people that where it's broken down into where they'll be able to handle tens of people, they'll be able to handle 50s of people, they'll be able to handle hundreds of people, they'll be able to handle thousands of people, man. You understand me? And that's exactly how it should be, man. You understand me? And I think about what was it at Guerrilla Hebrew? You understand me? When he stepped down, you understand me? He should have just stepped down. He stepped down and then try to say who's gonna be the new leader now. You understand me? In essence, he's like, you know what? I'm stepping down, but I'm still gonna have some type of say of who's gonna be the leader now. That is so out of order, man. So out of order, man.
It's like
please go ahead.
If I could, who was he to point anything to anybody?
Come on now.
He just give it up. His whole household messed up with that.
Come on, man.
He need to start something over going on right there.
And that's
like
it.
Commander.
Oh, no.
Like Commander Yahanna say, he don't really need to be in charge of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. He done. He through.
Mm-hmm. You understand me? He gonna take some charge and put it up where the sun don't shine. You understand? That's what he gonna do with charge. You understand? And we gotta realize, man, that these filthy, disgusting leaders, man, are not for God's chosen people, man. I think go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. You got to preach.
I said the most honorable thing that he could have done was step down and tell all his men, and even himself, let's get into ISUPK.
Mm-hmm.
And then what we getting ready to run you through the mud, you ain't gonna want to stay in here.
You know what I'm saying, man?
You ain't gonna want to. Mm-hmm. You just happen to make it.
And that would have been and that would have been an honorable thing to do. You understand me? Because he's saying, because he as a leader, you know what I'm saying? He said, oh man, I messed up, I done all these wrong things. Right. You understand me? Why is there even a Sakari still going on?
Right. You
understand me? Like, right. You know what I mean? Like you gotta think of in the sense of, if the leader is crooked and the leader is doing all these abominable things, what are the men doing? Right. And there's been allegations of the men below him having some freaky deeds as well too. You understand? It just so jacked up, man, so diabolical, so out of order, man. Right. And this is the order that we're abiding by here in the truth, man. Right. You understand me? We gotta realize that, man, that like all these, all of these things that are going on around the world, all these things that's going on in the Christian church, all these things that are going on in these Israelite groups, man, we gotta see it like, man, maybe that's the Most High letting me know that the ISUPK is the home of the truth and the only truth.
Damn right.
You understand me? Because you think about it, it's like, where else are you gonna go now? Where else are you gonna go? You understand? Because what were the big names? It was what, IUIC and Sakari, and that was it. So now it's like even these lower brand. You know what I'm saying? The the GMSs. Of course, we already know what they were like a part of. Right. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't Sakari a breakoff of GMS? Come on now, how many more breakoffs do you need? Good grief, man. It can imagine Yahanna then Ben said, come back home. He's giving you that invitation to come back home, and you're denying it. Oh man, listen, I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Sir.
I would never understand that. It's like what else are you going to do? You gonna go back to the Christian church? You're gonna come up with another fake Israelite group? It's so many fake Israelite groups. You know what I'm saying? Because like when I first came into the truth, all I heard about was IUIC and Sakari. Now they got in a GMS and who was those red and white ones with Tazadak? Who was that with Tazadak? With the red and white. I'm not for certain. You understand me? But it's all been proven why. Yeah. House of David. That's what it is.
So, you had GOCC in there.
Yeah, that. You understand? You understand? And if I'm not mistaken, GOCC, those are the ones that just welcome everybody, even white society.
That white society.
Come on now, how you gonna have all oppressor? The ones that come on now. we've been through so much with white society, and you're gonna say, you know what, white society, you're my brother. You understand? Like, come on, man. Like, you know, like, what are we talking about here, man? We gotta realize, man, that the only truth dwells in here in the ISUPK, man.
That's right.
Like, I mean, it's like it's just so many examples. Right. So many. I mean, we can talk about this all day and all night long of why the ISUPK is a home of the truth, and all these other knockoffs of the knockoffs of the knockoffs have been proven to be a lie, and proven to be what? To be false, quote unquote, prophets, man.
Right.
Come on now.
Exactly.
I don't get it, man. Let's keep reading, though, please.
Okay. Verse 23. And if thou shalt do this thing, and God command thee so, then thou shalt be able to endure. And all this people shall also go to their place in peace.
You understand me? And now, you understand me? Now, since you don't have all this, you know, this heavy burden on you, now everyone will be able to dwell in what? Everybody will be able to dwell in peace now. Everybody will be able to, you know, say, oh man, you know, Moses haven't got back with me yet, or Moses haven't done this. Moses haven't done this now. Now you have these men that is set up that will be able to take that burden off you. Mm-hmm. Now the people will be able to get their answers. What? It's a little bit more quicker now. You understand me? Now the people will be able to be like, oh man, you know what? I got a little peace now. You understand me? Everything's to wild now with me. You understand me? Instead of just having one person just do everything, man. Right. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 24. So Moses hearkened to the voice of his father-in-law and did all that he said. Mm-hmm. Verse 25.
And that's very key right there. You understand me? Because Moses did what? He followed that order, man. He followed that counsel. You understand me? Because it made sense. You understand me? That right there was a righteous counsel, and it made sense. Why? Because now Moses don't have to be burdened with all of these with all of these issues. Now he can do exactly what his father-in-law was saying, Jethro was saying.
Right.
And everything is going to line up perfectly. Why? Because Moses did it. Keep going.
Verse 25. And Moses chose able men out of all Israel and made them heads over the people, rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens.
And Moses did what? He did exactly what Jethro said. You understand me? He chose the elect of Israel. You understand me? He chose godly men. You understand? The men that fear the Most High to make them what? Thousands, hundreds, fifties, and tens to be able to do what? To be able to manage Israel. You understand me? In every small matter, they will be able to handle those small matters. And all of those big matters, they'll be able to come to Moses to figure it out and then take it back to the people, man. That's right. This is rank and order right in the Bible, man. You understand me?
Right.
Keep going. Go ahead, because
and it's like, it's ironic you said it, because it says Moses chose able men out of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't Sakari.
Come on now.
That ain't GOCC.
Mm-hmm.
It don't sound like it. Matter of fact, a verse right here says, he told them to choose the righteous men.
Damn right.
Did it not say that right there?
Mm-hmm.
It says, moreover, thou shalt provide, if I could, sir.
Please.
21. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as what? Fear God. That don't sound like Sakari.
Mm-hmm.
They don't fear no God. It said, hating covetousness and place such over them rulers 1,000 courses. It doesn't sound like these outward groups out here that's wayward, man. They're not with the Most High. They don't understand that there's one leader. It said Moses. Did it say all have a lot of leaders choosing everybody out? It had one Moshe. Mm-hmm. That's Moses. He was the representative. Who's the representative commander on this earth right now? Commander Yahanna. So why are they out there trying to be leaders out there of anything? You know, find these leaders right here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. That's all I want to say.
You understand me? And another heavy point right here is that, these are black men. You understand me? These are not men that are outside of Israel. These are not, so-called Edomites, Idumea. You understand me? These are not Moab. Yeah, I mean, like, imagine, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine we had the Chinese over the Israelites.
Lord help us.
Come on now. I mean, like, we're seeing what white society can do on God's chosen people. All you gotta do is, pull up these news articles. We're seeing what white society is doing to us. You understand me? We gotta realize, man, that only the Israelites should be over Israel, man. You understand me? Let white society police and govern white society. Let the Chinese govern their own people. You understand me? Let the Japanese and let them nasty, disgusting Africans, rule over themselves.
Right.
But when it comes to God's chosen people,
Right.
choose the men that are going to govern Israel and how it should be. And you're only seeing this here in the ISUPK, man. You're only seeing it. Like where else are you going to look? You're going to say, you're going to wake up one day and say, you know what? I feel what ISUPK is saying, but I want to do this. And that's exactly what's been happening. And it's been going where? Straight to destruction. You understand me? Straight to leading God's chosen people astray and confused. Just like the Christian church is confusing God's chosen people, these fake Israelite groups are confusing God's chosen people. You understand me? I think about the Joy Morgans, innocent sister, man. You understand me? Had some issues, with the nasty, disgusting African, which shouldn't be in any type of Israelite form. Came into IUIC and just unalived that sister, man. An innocent sister, man. And then IUIC has some nerve to say that he was in the ISUPK, man. You understand me? He has some nerve to say that, man. When he had, it's like when he got the purple shirt with the belly fringes on. You understand me? Brother, come on now. Come on now. Now, what I'm saying? Brothers may come in here with belly fringes, but guess what? They may get, they may just be like, oh, I don't know about that, brother. You understand? But guess what? We're gonna change that person. You understand me? To be able to wear the fringes exactly how it should be, man. You understand me? Like, man, we gotta realize, man, like, where else are you going to go, man? Where else?
Exactly right.
Okay. All right. Is that it or live?
Live.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Verse 26. And they judged the people. 27. And Moses let his father-in-law depart, and he went his way into his own land.
You understand me? Now Jethro, you understand, like his job is done. You understand me? Now Moses, you understand, they dapping up once again, giving that holy kiss. You understand me? You understand? And now they're departing away, man.
That's right.
You understand? Keep going.
Exodus 19:1. In the third month, when the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Egypt, the same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai.
You understand me? Now is getting into, how, of course, you understand, the Most High was able to get his people out of Egypt, you understand me, and get them out of the hands of Pharaoh, and now they going to Mount Sinai. But let's see, right? All right. With that, Amajim. Oh man. Oh yeah, I got you. All right. Uncover the scrolls. Pick up the scrolls. All right. Sar Pamwa Yahakidim, which means turn the face to the east. Bless Israel, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Barak Lanawa, Yasha Allah, Baha, Yatsapariam, Bashim Yahushai, Wada, Aman. What we said? Oh, okay. You want me to go ahead? What's up? You want to do? No. What are you going to do? Go ahead.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
The name of Yahushai. Listen, Israel. In the school. The name of Yahushai.
Thank you. So be. It's a cock the power. Yahweh. Bashim Yahushai. Babakashah. Thundernawa. Cock. Larpa'ah. Kalmakalah. Kalmadawa. Cock. Latahar, Hamatazarium, Kak, Lakahayam, Matyam, Kak, Awakawa, Hamata'ala, Lagarshan, Bashim Yahushai, Wada, Aman.
What we say in Hebrew, we say in English. Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Lord, in the name of
Please
Yahweh
give us the power.
Please give us the
Power
power.
to heal all manner of sickness.
Power
All
to heal all
manner
manner of
of disease.
all manner of disease.
Power to cleanse the leper.
Power to cleanse the
Power
lepers.
to raise the
Power
dead.
to raise the dead.
Power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean
Cast them
spirits.
out.
Cast
In
them
the
out.
name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
So be it.
Psalms 121, Asha'ah,
Asha'ah,
Ayanyan,
Ayanyan,
Ahaharyam,
Ahaharyam,
Mahayan,
Mahayan,
Yaba'ah,
Yaba'ah,
Isaiah,
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 Ma'ayin,
Ma'ayin,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Aishah,
Aishah,
Shemayam,
Shemayam,
Wa'aratazah,
Wa'aratazah,
Al-Yatan,
Al-Yatan,
Lamawat,
Lamawat,
Galka,
Galka,
Al-Yanawam,
Al-Yanawam,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Hana,
Hana,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'ah,
La'ah,
Yayashan,
Yayashan,
Shawarmar,
Shawarmar,
Yasha'allah,
Yasha'allah,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazalka,
Tazalka,
Al-Yai,
Al-Yai,
Yamyanka,
Yamyanka,
Yamamam,
Yamamam,
Hawamash,
Hawamash,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Yahakak,
Yahakak,
Raharak,
Raharak,
Malaha,
Malaha,
Malahala,
Malaha,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamarka,
Yashamar,
Makarai,
Makarai,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Atapashka,
Atapashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Tazaaka,
Tazaaka,
Wabahatka,
Wabahatka,
Mahatad,
Mahatad,
Wa'alat, Salagi, Wa'ad, Awalam.
What we said in Hebrew, we said in English. I looked up my eyes.
I looked up my
to the
eyes
hills.
to the hills.
What's coming my help?
Whence cometh my help?
Help coming from the Lord.
Help coming from the Lord.
Made heaven and earth.
Made heaven and earth.
Do not suffer thy foot to be moved.
Do not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He
He that
that
keepeth
keepeth
thee
not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth
he that keepeth Israel.
Neither slumber nor sleep.
Neither slumber nor sleep.
Lord is thy keeper.
Lord is thy keeper.
Lord is a shade upon thy right hand.
Lord is thy shade upon thy right
Sun shall
hand.
not smite thee by day.
Sun shall not smite thee by day,
Nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by
Lord
night.
shall preserve thee from all evil.
Lord shall preserve thee
He
from
shall
all
preserve
evil.
thy soul.
He shall
Preserve thy
preserve thy
Lord
soul.
shall preserve thy going
Lord
out.
shall preserve thy
And
going
thy
out.
coming in.
And thy coming
This
in.
time forth.
And this time forth.
And
forevermore.
Salute to Torah. How about Shem Yahushua Brakya?
Yahba Shimei Shabrak Yah.
Yahweh Shema Shabrak. Yahweh Shema Shabrak.
This concludes our Sabbath service with scrolls now. Well, if somebody is going to be knowing it.
All right. Let me go ahead and slide up here. Nayar. All right. What's this?
Put the oil on the head.
All right. Just a man back here. Good night. Yabaraki Yahweh.
Yabaraki Yahweh.
Yasamarka. Yar Yahweh. Panyua. Alyaka. Wayakanka. Yasha'ah. Yahweh. Panyua. Alyaka. Wayashamlaka. Shalom. Yahweh. Bashem. Yahushai. Barak. Rapa'ah. Magan. Ahawabath. Ahawabath. Bashem Yahushai. The water. Aman. What we said in the English was Yahweh bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh lift up his countenance and get upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh in the name of Yahushai. Bless, shield, protect. All right. Anybody else? All right. All right. Christ, once again, some men behind here. Yabaraki Yahweh. Wayashamarka. Yar Yahweh. Panyua. Alyaka. Wayakanka. Yasha'ah. Yahweh. Panyua. Alyaka. Wayashamlaka. Shalom. Yahweh. Bashem. Yahushai. Barak. Rapa'ah. Magan. Hagan. Nayar. Bashem Yahushai. The water. Aman. What we said in the English was Yahweh bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless, seal, shield, protect. All right. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Ma'am Shabbat. I Majum, Barak. Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Barakatah. Yahweh. Sorry, we're going to face the sisters. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Ma'am Shabbat. I Majum, Barak. Yahweh Shema Bashem Yahshua. Yahweh Shema Bashem Yahshua. Yahweh. Dismiss.